In about 5 minutes, you will have learned everything you need to know to explore virtual reality. Let's get started. Look at your right controller. Press the trigger button, highlighted in blue. This button is generally used to click on objects. Press the grip button. This button is usually used to pick up objects like tools. Move the joystick. The joystick is used to move yourself around the VR environment. Moving on to your left controller. Press the trigger button. Press the grip button. Move the joystick. At times, to continue, you will be required to look at specific things. Find and look at the cylinder. Find and look at the capsule. Find and look at the sphere. Find and look at the cube. Using your joysticks, push them left or right to rotate left or right. Do this 5 times to continue. Pushing up on the joystick activates teleportation. Teleport to highlighted destination. Teleport to the next highlighted Teleport to the next highlighted destination. Teleport to the next highlighted destination. Teleport to the next highlighted destination. Teleport to the final highlighted destination. Touch the watch above the table to put it on. Open the watch menu. Look directly. This is the watch menu. There is different information within each section of the watch menu to help you through VR Vision apps. Here you can see what your current objective is in the middle along with any hints. The most recent completed step is shown at the top and the next step is shown at the bottom. Navigate to the Documents panel to continue. Keep your hand a medium This is the Documents panel. This is where you can find relevant information for your training and work. Press the Exit button at the bottom to open the next panel. This is the Exit panel. Here, you can go back to the main menu. Close the watch menu by looking at the watch, or pressing the X on the top right corner. Find the instructions for the next step in the home menu of your watch. Find the instructions for the next step in the home menu of your watch. Grab the wrench by pressing and holding the grip button, and then pressing the trigger on the bolts to tighten or loosen them. Place the wrap. Look at the screen above the table. This panel is used to examine diagrams in VR Vision apps. Point at one of the blue circles and use the trigger button to zoom in. Point and click with the trigger anywhere on the panel to zoom back out. Now you're going to experiment with different interactions by aiming and shooting a cannon. Use the slider to lift the cannon. Aim the cannon left and right using the crank. Aim the cannon up and down using the lever. Next, open the cannon by turning the dial to the right. Load the cannon using a cannonball from the stack on the right. Using the dial, close the cannon. Finally, fire the cannon using the button. Try hitting more targets with the cannon. When you're ready, you can use the slider to hide the cannon and finish the tutorial. Try hitting more targets with the cannon. When you're ready, you can use the slider to hide the cannon and finish the tutorial. Virtual reality training finished. Use the watch to exit back to the main menu.